back to the Fxner Fan Podcast, episode 21.
Yes, sir.
Can you do
yes,
something
sir.
for me?
Oh my God, 21. Can you do something for me? Welcome back to the Fxner Fan Podcast. We are currently on, like you said, 21. Last time we were
21.
Last time we were here, we had Mr. Spennel on. It was
fuck
20.
that guy. We got him out of here. We kicked him out.
Gave him the boot.
Gave him the George Janko treatment.
But we're letting him focus on the sports pod. Not pod. I almost said sports pod, but sports page, and do his thing over there. We got a video that I'm currently editing for that page as well. Again, if you haven't followed it, Fxner Sports on
Fxner Sports
on Instagram.
Drop the E for the sports page.
Yes, on Instagram and YouTube.
We are still Fxner FXNER fam, but sports page is FXNR.
Yeah. On YouTube, same thing. However, on YouTube, it'll be more long form, broken down topics or sports related videos. On Instagram, we should probably make a TikTok for that eventually once that starts to roll a little more.
Fuck the TikTok. The fucking Fxner fam TikTok. They blackballed us from the TikTok industry, man.
Yeah, they did fuck us.
They really did. They shadow banned the shit out of us.
I think that'll be in debate once that page gets rolling a little more. But Again,
for now, Instagram, YouTube.
Go follow those as well as our main one, which is FXNER for this page. And now
I noticed something.
Yeah,
you know, FX, the
FX,
network,
like FX1 and shit like that. What about them?
On their Instagram page, it's FX Networks. So every time I see it, I'm like, what the fuck? Because it looks like Fxner because of FXNE. I'm like, wait. What the hell? What page is this? And then I see, I'm like, oh, FX Networks.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. You're like,
it
shit.
trips me up sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen that. We still got to abolish that one guy on YouTube, though. That guy's got to go.
I asked him nicely.
He said no.
I'll ask him again, but
he said no.
After that, we're going to be not so nice.
Yeah.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah. Keeping it on the topic of no more Mr. Nice Guy, the legal system has finally put down the ban hammer on Jackson Mahomes. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll try to. I'll throw it on the screen somewhere, in the video. But essentially, what was it? Sexual battery or something like that, right? I think it was.
Yep, on a woman too.
Yeah.
Isn't he gay?
I don't know. I don't follow him, so I would know. I have no clue.
I know they called him Mahomo.
Yeah. No, not, and that's not coming from us. That's just something we heard. All right, so don't try to cancel.
I don't know if that's just poking fun at him. I'm pretty sure he's actually gay.
I
guess he's bi. I mean, if he's,
I don't know. All I know is
kiss a girl.
Yeah. All I know is
I don't think it really matters though because it's assault either way.
Yeah, maybe he had to prove his point. I don't know.
It was not a consenting.
Yeah, that was very not like slightly forceful. It was very forceful from what I saw. Like you got the whole grip on the head and just. Come here.
Yeah, wasn't she like the club owner or something?
She was one of his friends' moms or something like that.
Oh yeah, something.
But they were at a club, which
kid sketch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, they were at a club. To break it down, I'll throw the video on here as well so you guys can see it while I'm talking about it. But they were at a club, and
do we want to put that video on here?
It's not going to do anything. I think it's fine. I mean, I've seen tons of people break it down. Jamari did it.
I feel like they could just look it up if they really want to see it. I don't know.
We'll throw it in. I don't know. We're
going to debate this later.
We'll debate it when we were editing. The post-processing.
Yeah, but either way, if it's not on here, you could
go look it up. Yeah,
find it on Twitter.
You just go again.
Twitter, go on Reddit.
We always shout him out.
All the fucked up videos and stuff.
Yeah, we always shout him out. But go to Jamari's video. You'll find it there. It's already
Jamari's.
Up there. W Jamari. We'll give him We'll give him the shout out every time. We got to reach out to him, try to get him on here. That'd be cool.
That'd be insane. We got some guests.
Yeah, we got a couple lined up.
We have one.
We have one for sure. We have two. I have another one that wants to be on. I just got to give a date for that one.
So shout out to my boy Keegan Oliveira. He's gonna be on here soon. He does some Blackhawks content on TikTok. So
hell yeah.
A little early shout out before he gets on here. Keegan Oliveira.
Yeah.
You can find him on there. Get a little preview of what's
go give him some love before he ends up on here.
Been a while since we got a guest that's not like just one of our friends. I think the only guest we've had that we didn't know before shooting with them was
shout out Dang Mommy, baby.
AC.
Ooh, W Dang Mommy.
He's back on
He's
TikTok
back on the
too.
TikTok.
Shout out to
so
old school guest.
Yeah, that's an OG guest. If you haven't gone and followed his new page, it's under his name now. So AC Avila, go follow that. I'll put a little pop tag or something on here so you guys can find his page as well. because he was at like 100.
Those guys up there right now.
Yeah, he was at like some 100 some odd number of followers, 100 some thousand, right?
Yeah,
so
he was getting up there.
He was up there, so to get that banned and be taken away.
He post some video of like his friend's ass.
No, that was his original page. That was the first page. Yeah, that's the first ban he got.
Mommy 1.
Yeah, that was
it
Mommy
3.0 now?
He's not. No, now he's just ACFU. Now he's just his name. Yeah, shout out him.
Ditch the name, try and fly under the radar.
Yeah. They got to keep Dank Mommy under wraps for now.
He's been doing those zoom in.
Yeah, he's back to it. Right back to it.
So yeah, Mahomes goes
he screwed
to jail.
Himself. Yeah,
hopefully.
I mean, like we talked about it before when we first heard about it. This I don't remember what episode it was, but I know we talked about it briefly, and we said, this is something that's, one, it makes his brother look horrible. Two, it's like, I don't mean to say it like this, but essentially he would have a.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this one is you.
Yeah.
Essentially, he would have a free ride to a bag if he would have just kept it civil and not done anything stupid. As much as it sounds bad to say you're just mooching off your sibling, let's be real. He had a free bag.
His hate was driving his career. I mean, people hating him was driving his career.
Yeah, but either way, his brother was. I mean, it's his brother. He's not going to do him dirty. I think that's his only sibling, if I'm not mistaken. But speaking of bag stealing, we as you know, a couple years ago, the whole Pokemon copy strike thing was like the big meme with Gideon, and when he got banned and all that, talking about the shit she was doing, and then they had their little beef for a little bit there. Recently, I don't remember the guy's name, but Adin Ross copyright struck another content creator's.
He's pulling the old false claim maneuver.
Yeah.
Shit's popping on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm. He was claiming a bunch of people's videos
on TikTok too. They're false claiming sounds.
Yeah. I got another one for that as well. But yeah, he falsely claimed a video that someone had made, which was a normal fair use video. It was a critique about something, stuff that's fair to make.
30-second clip of Adin in there, so he claims the whole video.
Yeah. And what happened was he went and obviously claimed it, and him doing so caused this, mind you. The video was it was supposed to give the person $8,000 in revenue. $8,000 for anybody who's like just becoming like more popular on a platform.
Who's not Adin Ross.
Yeah, it's huge. To just instantly have $8,000 off of one video you made is crazy.
And it was just like something criticizing you.
Yeah, it's a critique.
That's like imagine like a homeless guy on the street who says like "fuck you" to you, and you walk up and take his fucking change cup and go, "Ha ha! Look I took this homeless guy's change cup because he criticized me."
It's fair. Copyright. It's
like,
fair.
What are you doing, man? Like that's like all he's got,
Yeah, like I said,
that's big for him.
Yeah,
and it's nothing for you.
Yeah, for
over what? Creator. Over words?
Yeah. Oh, he didn't yes man me. Oh, get him, get that son of a bitch. YouTube. He said something bad about me. Get him. Like, I understand if he was actually trying to like defame you or cause defamation of character in any sort. That's different. But for someone to simply critique something you did and speak about you and show a little clip for 30 seconds of you is not stealing your content.
Yeah.
I thought that was really
issue.
Yeah, I thought it was really fucked up because, like I said, for like imagine like right now for us, we're a smaller channel. Obviously, you guys who are following us, shout out to you guys who are here early. So when the pod gets big, we'll try to find out some way to remember who was here early and give back to you guys. But for somebody who's small, like a creator, across any platform, to have finally reached that point where you're able to make more, like. Notably more than
real career type money.
Yeah.
Like,
and somebody just to come in and be like, nah, give me that. Like, it takes the wind out of your sails for sure. It rips your heart out of your chest. Two, it almost demotivates you to want to keep going because now you're like, well, if I ever make a video again about this person, I'm just going to lose that. One, it's a good topic to talk about because a lot of popular creators, that's what we do. We critique things that are going on online. We give our opinions on the shit. So for someone to just come in and like within all they got to do is click 2 buttons and then they get your money that you had, it kind of sucks.
A lot of these streamers, big streamers, are just fucking. It's such a fucking clown show. It's insane.
I don't got any.
You've got like the one side, right? That's like Adin Ross and Speed, who I still find entertaining, but he's done some scummy shit.
He's done that too. He's actually done
scummy shit.
Yeah.
Like
you
got Adin Ross, you got Speed, you've got like. I don't really know if Kai Cenat really falls under that category.
I don't think so. He's a little different. He's kind of
But you got all these people who are so entitled and so like, claiming and shit like that. And like, then like, the whole thing, oh, I'm on Kick, I can do what I want. Just saying all this random shit that he doesn't even agree with and what's coming out of his mouth, It's just doing ego inflating.
He's
fucking,
built. Yeah,
I want to have a different opinion just to be different.
Yeah.
There's that. there's different opinion just for the sake of it, and then on the other end of the spectrum we have like Ludwig, who just has like the extremely politically correct opinion, who agrees just to agree.
The Nick A30s
that's why I
of
find
YouTube.
a lot. I'm not going to say all streamers because that's an
usually what the
asinine thing
spectrum
to
is.
say. But like with most of these big streamers, it's like it's one side or the other. It's like I'm going to be different just for the sake of being different, or I'm going to agree just for the sake of agreeing and not getting canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
there's
like,
no in between.
They don't have a lot of their own opinions.
Yeah,
and that's why when people disagree with their opinions, they do shit like this.
Yeah,
because they turtle shell and they back into a corner because they feel. I'm gonna be done here soon.
Yeah,
I just want to get this last thing.
No, yeah, you're good.
I know I'm kind of ranting, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead. This is a good topic. Go ahead.
The ones who are disagreeing just to disagree, they feel that their brand is being hurt because people are starting to say, "Oh, this wasn't right," or "This wasn't politically right," "This wasn't morally right." They feel that their brand's getting hurt, so they back into a corner and try and censor it.
Yeah.
And then on the other end, the people who are too politically correct start getting criticisms, and they think, "Oh, these people think I'm racist or homophobic or sexist," and they back into a corner and they take their shit down when they're just saying how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just a big ego fest, which is what all this boils down to at the end.
It's annoying because, like you said, it's not necessarily that they want to say what they do end up saying. It's the fact that they panic. So they end up in these situations where it's like, oh, now they think I'm racist, or oh, now they think I'm a pussy because I didn't stand up for myself. It's
exactly.
Like, at the end of the day, and I'll say this about the pod, no matter how big the pod gets, you're not going to see an opinion change. So if I say something or Joe says something that you don't agree with, it's fine to disagree. Leave your comment still if you want to, rage in the comments and say, "Oh, fuck you guys."
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm going to openly go against everything.
Yeah,
unless it's like blatantly morally wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to sit there and agree just to agree.
Exactly.
There's some things that I might not like, and I'll just won't say anything about it.
Exactly.
But you're never gonna see me up here fucking agreeing with something that I don't genuinely agree with.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like the thing about the podcast, and like I said again, no matter how big it gets, it will remain a place where yes, we'll give our opinion. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. But that doesn't mean we're not open to hearing it and still talking about your side of the the whole spectrum of whatever's going on. So no matter, it doesn't mean that I'm not open to expanding my opinion on it, but it doesn't mean I'm going to change my opinion if I say, "Oh yeah, I'm willing to hear what you guys have to say about it."
Yeah,
it's just
and that's the thing. I'm not even going to say respectfully refute me. You could say, "Fuck you, Joey. You're an idiot. This is why." I'm gonna go, "Fuck you, Jerry. You're an idiot. This is why."
Yeah.
Or if you go, "Hey, Joe, I disagreed with this," because I'm gonna go, well, this is what I think.
Yeah.
Or if you change your mind, I'll go,
you got some good points. Yeah.
But you could say it however you want. Just know we're gonna give you that back to you.
Yeah, you're gonna get the same. The way you respond is how we.
Yeah. However you come at me, I'm gonna come right back.
Exactly. It'll go both ways. So that's one thing that you can always rely on this area of content.
Say whatever you want.
Yeah. You can say what you want. Just know that I'm not. I've said it. I've gone in the comments, and sometimes we'll get a random person who's trying to troll in there, and I'll respond with a trolling comment in the same way.
Yeah.
Like we had a short we posted where the guy goes, somebody goes, I can't remember who it was who said it, but they said essentially when it was the clip of you telling Spank about his sleep schedule, he goes, "Oh, it's nice," and then the clip cuts. He's like, "Oh, way to cut his response off." I was like, funny thing is, that's the only answer he gave us was it's great. So maybe you should watch the whole episode. That's what I said. Or something along those lines.
I cut it off specifically because like that's
all he said. Yeah, exactly. So, and the person comments like, "Way to cut off his response." I'm like, funny thing is, that was his response. Maybe you should watch the rest of the episode to find out. So stuff like that, like we'll stand on however a video is cut, however we say something. If we say something that's just out of left field, and you guys give us a reason of why that might be wrong, we'll still hear it out. It doesn't mean I'm going to change my opinion, but I might be understanding to be like, okay, yeah, you have a good point. I see where you're coming from,
Yeah.
But, kind of.
I'm always down to give us the most insightful response that I can.
Yeah, 100%.
To someone.
Yeah.
Or if they're going to say some dumb shit, I'll say some dumb shit right back to them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, keeping, like, if somebody says, if you come at me out of left field, like saying, you, like, I'm going to give you the same response. If you're like, hey, I don't agree with you, but here's my reasoning why. All right, cool. I'm willing to listen and be respectful about it now. I mean, then you could be disrespectful, similar to what Designer did on an airplane. Did you hear what he did?
I didn't. I'm seeing the notes.
Designer recently was on a flight. I don't know where from or where to, but he got charged with indecent exposure, I think is the term for it.
Was he fucking or something?
Which, nah, he just like whipped it out in the middle of a plane or something like that, I guess.
Was he doing anything with it or just kind of
I don't know. He just whipped it out. He just kind of whipped it out. I don't know.
He just wanted to go spread eagle for a little bit.
I guess the balls were hot. His balls was hot. His balls was hot. So he got he's getting charged with indecent exposure. I think that's the term for it. I'm not sure if that's right.
Nice.
But
good charge.
He had a couple. I remember seeing he posted. It wasn't. I think it might have been at the end of last year. He had dropped a couple songs. And they were decent. I listened to them. But yeah, other than that, Designer has been kind of moving in the background, kind of just being like ad lib artist and like being a, I guess, producer or working with other artists type of thing. But yeah, that was so random to see like that be like his headline of why he comes back into the face of the spotlight or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean he's like kind of like a sex offender.
Essentially, yeah. If there were kids on the plane, especially now he's a child predator, which makes it even worse. So,
come on, hell
no. Yeah, I don't know what. Actually, I'm going to look it up. I don't know what caused him to do this or if he was off of something. But let's just say this. Don't expose yourself in public.
Especially if you've got broads in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't double into the Phantom.
Damn.
Designer exposes himself. I don't know if I want to search this because what if like Designer's OnlyFans pops up.
Does he have one?
No. I wouldn't be
awesome.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll get it.
That's crazy.
How much? How much are we talking here?
Nah, he's one of them $100 a month guys. No, stop.
No, you got to drop down to that $8 a month, dude.
Designer,
$8 $8 the perfect one.
Rapper designer.
$8 a month is the perfect for your if you're running an OnlyFans out there, make it $8 a month. It's a perfect number. $10, people are like $10 is too much. 9, oh, that's pretty much 10.
$5 are like, oh, it's trash.
8, it's like, oh, $8 a month.
That's doable.
Yeah, that's like less than all the other streaming services.
So this is what the article I got here says. Designer is having problems with his mental health. A struggle he says has been made abundantly clear. We're told he exposed himself on an international flight. Oh, so it's even worse. It's federal now because he's
that is sweet.
He's on an international flight.
That is sweet. That's so sick,
sources
dude.
with direct knowledge tell us that the Panda rapper was on an international flight over the weekend, coming back to the United States after a trip with stops in Thailand and Tokyo. He was out there looking for the lady boys. We're told during the flight he exposed himself and was scolded by a flight attendant. Scolded is such a odd word to use, but
I feel like more context is necessary. Not that it's okay, but I need to know. Was he like?
I'm trying to see right now. It says once Designer...
Was he choking the chicken or was he just kind of
slanging?
He
just whipped it out.
Like,
once Designer's plane landed... Once Designer's plane landed Monday in Minneapolis, he was met by cops, questioned, and eventually released.
Like, was he airing it out or was he airing it out? Like,
I don't know. I want to know what... So, sources say while he was on a trip, Designer got ill and was prescribed meds. He believes the medication caused some sort of chemical imbalance.
What?
The chemical imbalance was to make you whip it out? Like, I don't know.
Takes like cold medicine and all of a sudden his head's like whip out cock.
He's like he became a sleeper agent for whipping it out.
He's sitting there like psychosis, like
look what comes up. But yeah, another big news about like, people who are, celebrities and like in the media a lot. Jamie Foxx has been in the hospital in like critical condition or something like that for a while. Yeah.
What happened to him?
It just said medical complications. I don't know. I haven't seen an actual reason. So if you guys have seen that, let us know in the comments. But pray for Jamie Foxx. That dude's awesome. He's the MGM guy. Come on. But he's been in the hospital for I think a week now or something like that. And they said he was like had a really bad health scare or something like that. So I don't know what it was that caused it, but I thought that I'd just bring it up because that's something kind of crazy to hear about, especially for someone like Jamie Foxx, who usually seems like a guy who you wouldn't expect to end up just having a health issue out of nowhere.
Let's talk about that Jedi Survivor release.
Yeah, we can.
So for anyone who's a Star Wars fan or just a fan of games in general, Jedi Survivor, the sequel to the critically acclaimed Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes.
Second installment of the Jedi series released last week.
Sorry for the sniffles, by the way. We both got it's allergy season.
And the release was a little bit of kind of
it was on the fence. It was a little teetering back and forth.
The game's great.
Yeah.
Plays great. Combat's really good. Story's good so far. I've only played a little bit of it. Haven't had all the time to play a bunch of it.
Yeah.
But
My game keeps crashing right before the like village mission on the.
Yeah, it crashes
right
a
where the
lot.
rain
So
core is.
we both play on PC, and that's where it has the most issues.
Yeah.
It released at like 30 frames per second.
Yeah, which is horrible. Mind you, we're both running, not to
30
brag or anything,
series
very
cards.
very well built
and
PCs.
it's still running the same on 40 series cars too.
Yeah, it was even having issues on console at first, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
I'm hearing PS5 is the best.
Yeah, it's fixed
so
now.
far,
Spank's
but
been
there's-
saying it's really good
Yeah.
now. Now,
That guy doesn't know shit. We kicked him out of here for a reason.
yeah, fuck that guy. Now speaking of like how you said with game releases and
By the way, because we know you guys don't, we didn't actually kick him out.
no, he's just our guy who's gonna be focusing on the sports stuff, so we're giving him
Yeah.
that ability to do so. But keeping on the gaming topic, The Last of Us, the first version, not the second game, was nominated for a first ballot Gaming Hall of Fame. I didn't even know the Gaming Hall of Fame was a thing, but apparently it's a first balloter. Respectfully so. I got into a bit of a back and forth with some idiots on Instagram because I said as it should. I responded to the post from the what is it? Controller account, I think is what it is. The Instagram account Controller, and I put as it should. This game's been one of the best single player games up until this date, which is a fair statement. And some guy comes in, he's like, "Don't you know what Dead Space is, fucking idiot?" I'm like, dude, I said one of the best, not the best. Relax, buddy. Let's read the comment before you get to spazzing out on anyone.
God forbid you have an opinion.
Yeah, right.
Like-
and out of all games, Dead Space, like,
Yeah,
Dead
Dead
Space
Space
is
is
cool.
Yeah, I haven't played it. It looks cool though.
It looks cool, but I'm sorry, I can't. I don't
The
know.
thing is, like, people get so mad.
There's
when
better
you have an
horror games
opinion.
than
Like,
Dead
you could
Space.
say, like, dude, fucking Garfield Kart, game of all time.
Yeah, best game of all time.
And people would be like, "You're a fucking idiot, dude. What do you mean Garfield Kart? What are you talking
Like,
about?"
clearly, I'm joking. Like,
I'm like, even if I wasn't, I'm like, look at you getting all mad
yeah,
because I like
ooh,
Garfield Kart
pissed you off.
more
Ooh.
than fucking GTA 5.
Got him.
I like Garfield Kart more than fucking
Yeah.
Last of Us. And
Yeah, sorry. Like having an opinion on the internet nowadays is like a one-way ticket to getting attacked for no reason. Speaking of getting attacked, Chris from Mr. Beast.
Mr.
He's
Beast.
been taking a lot.
Mr. Beast!
But yeah, speaking of Mr. Beast and Chris,
So Mr. Beast is
I don't
getting
really
a
watch
little
it. You
bit, a little bit of flack.
for
He is, or I don't know.
they.
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, go ahead. We get it.
I'm going with he.
That's what you last knew him as, yeah.
Yeah. Is taking some sort of hormone now.
Yeah, so he's trying to do the whole transition
Yeah.
thing.
And a lot of people are like, you know, he was this like manly man, fucking
Yeah, he
the
made the
trucker-
gay jokes and
trucker
all that.
fishing,
Yeah.
shooting guns in my backyard.
Yeah,
You know-
and he made the gay jokes about like, oh, that's gay or
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, like
And people are like, "Oh, what happened to Chris?" And that side of it's like who really cares?
Yeah.
That people change in that aspect.
yeah,
Well, there's another side of it that I kind of see where it's like he went and started a family,
yeah,
had a kid,
yeah, yeah.
and then like made this decision like after all of that.
Mm.
And it's not like, you know, it was like 10 years later. Like, he just had this kid. This kid's pretty young.
Yeah, yeah.
And he like started a new family and then
Decided to
transitioned,
transition.
and it kind of tore the family apart.
The thing that threw me off was after people gave him shit about it, he said, oh, he's been dealing with this for years, and he talked to Mr. Beast, or Jimmy, he used his name, Jimmy in this case, talking about, oh, I've told Jimmy for years, and da-da-da. So my question is, like, which is so confusing to me, if you were battling this for years, why would you go start dating someone,
exactly.
have
I
a family?
think if anything, I think that makes his case worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
It's like, okay, so you've been thinking about this for years while you got your wife pregnant and had a kid and got married.
Like, why did you?
Did you not did he not communicate that with her? Like, I know that's his personal
like
thing.
this is not us saying that.
That's the side
yeah.
like I see of it. If he wasn't communicating that with her, if he really has been battling this for years,
shouldn't have been having a
and
kid
wasn't
with them.
communicating it with his wife, who he's
Yeah.
having a kid with,
Yeah,
then that's fucked up.
yeah,
If he was making this clear and she decided to stay and until it just got too much and then broke off,
yeah.
I mean, that's their thing. But like, I feel like if that's something that he's struggling with, he should have definitely voiced that.
Yeah, you should not have been
to his wife,
exactly.
because you want to transition to be a girl.
Yeah,
Your wife, I'm assuming, is a straight woman.
yeah.
He doesn't want to be married to a woman. So It's probably something she should know. And if you want to do it, whatever. But I feel like if that's not communicated, that's like kind of an issue.
I think
like a big thing.
I think, like I said, if this is something like he said has been battling for years, again, it makes his case sound bad. And I'm not saying don't do what makes you happy. By all means, if it makes him happy, go ahead, fine. That doesn't bother me. If it helps you sleep at night, cool. But the issue is now you've brought somebody else into it who now was thinking, oh, we're gonna have a family, we're gonna be happy for all these years to come. And I'm not saying she's not happy. I don't know what their situation is, but to put this, it's kind of like giving somebody false hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, well, she's going into it thinking that she has a husband and she's going to raise a kid with her husband. And
yeah, and that they're going to have multiple kids and all this shit.
If the case was that he didn't tell her about this, now she's like fucking shell-shocked.
Exactly.
Trying to figure out what she's going to do now. She's like, okay, well, now she has a kid. Not saying she regrets having the kid. I'm sure they both love their child.
Love that kid to death.
But she's like, shit, now we're raising it split.
Or now does it make
like,
her... Like
I was planning on raising a kid with him.
Yeah.
Now I'm raising a kid. We're both raising a kid half and half.
I think it also brings the question into her own mind is like, does that make her gay now? Like you know, it's got to have been a thought. I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's got to have been a thought. Like I know she still probably cares about it.
The bottom line is, if you're having some sort of, I guess, existential crisis or identity crisis like that, and you have a wife, and especially if you have a kid with that
should
wife,
be up front right away.
That you gotta communicate that
immediately,
and
right away.
Who knows? Maybe he did. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what he tells his wife, but I think that's where a lot of the flack is coming from.
Yeah,
there's obviously the people who are just like mad because he used to be the fucking trucker, fisher, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, the hardcore
manly
man, the man. Yeah,
and there's people that are mad about that, and that's like, okay, well,
understandable.
Cool, whatever. That's your opinion.
I feel like,
but if the whole like the family thing is what I
that's what's pissing me off. Yeah. I think this goes down in the same. This might be a hot take, but I think this goes down in the same category as the Try Guys thing with the oh, I love my wife, and then comes out he's cheating and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's like a whole image like branding crisis essentially. I mean,
this is a PR nightmare for Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah,
though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he kicked him out. He hasn't been.
No, I don't think so.
The whole thing with Chris, I don't know if he if Mr. Beast kicked Chris out.
Yeah.
Regardless, hasn't been in the videos, and I forget who made the video, but someone made a video about how this is gonna affect like the brand, because this puts like Mr. Beast he's in a really hard spot right now.
Yeah, because if he comes out and defends him, he loses people. If he comes out and says he's wrong,
if he blatantly kicks him out,
loses people.
He's a transphobe.
Yeah.
If he keeps him on,
you're pushing it in kids' faces.
People are like, I don't want to see this.
Or you're pushing it in kids' faces. I'm not letting my kids watch this. Like,
to me, it's like
yeah.
That's the thing. It's like Mr. Beast has greatly become a kids channel.
Yeah.
Like I stopped watching.
Nothing against him. He's
yeah.
He's still bodying the YouTube game. Can't hate him for that.
Yeah.
By all means.
Still cool the philanthropy that he's doing.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
But he's the kids channel, and that's what drove me away.
Yeah.
Became really kid friendly. You know.
Yeah. Which is
I don't need like
the
the crazy edgy shit.
No,
but it was funny when they threw some like slightly,
edgy
controversial jokes in there. It was funny, because it was like it felt like they were them, Now it feels like they're kind of all playing a character, and the big thing is like everyone still really fucks with Chandler because he's one of the only OG left besides Chris, who I guess is gone.
Yeah, it's crazy that Sneeko was even a part of that at the beginning. And that's nuts.
Sneeko's a fucking complete clown.
That guy's on another whole level. But
that guy's a complete clown.
Yeah, he's been on a whole tear of just stupid shit recently. But
Bro's a gun owner and doesn't know the difference between a clip and a magazine.
Yeah.
So
you want to watch my clips?
Watch my clips. Waving a gun at his camera, dude. I was waiting for him to just shoot his monitor.
That would have been funny as hell.
Oh my god.
Speaking of,
guy's an absolute fucking.
Yeah, I mean, keeping on the whole new, line of, expanding your YouTube or your content into a new form. Speed is now ascended into a new YouTube category. He's now doing giveaways with David Dobrik. he's reached the Dobrik level now. He's giving away 10 Teslas. That's a good thing.
The more the Speed keeps doing this shit, the more I'm kind of not fucking with Speed.
Yeah, I understand that. That's fair. But I think for at the levels he's at, there's really. Not to say Speed can't do anything else. Like, there's more content he can come up with. But I think as far as, like, giving back to people, like, just handing out money, he's kind of at that level where he's got, like, what do I do next? Like, I got to give a car or something. Like,
crypto scam. That's what's next.
That's the one that was fucked up.
He's got to do Logan Paul levels of crypto scam.
That one was fucked up. I think honestly, the next thing for Speed will honestly probably be doing like more like long form and like take breaks between the videos and streams and do like more long form shit like a vlog, a weekly vlog type of thing of like all the shit he was doing or whatever, or even just like even like where he would make a couple appearances on podcasts, doing interviews and shit like that, just showing how, because he's what, 19, 18, something like that. Yeah. So like for people to be able to pick his brain and be able to hear how he's gone through all that shit. Like recently he went to his prom and they were playing his music at the prom. Like bounce. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, imagine being that kid at like 18. You go to your prom and they're playing your music. Like, what?
That's the thing. And with him, like someone like him, you got to be a character all the time.
Yeah,
you got to always be in character when you're going out.
Yeah, and I was watching a Sidemen video and they were talking about him. Like, they said like he's just like he's kind of like how KSI was. He's just always like that. Like, it's not even like at this point it's just his person. Like, it's not even his character anymore. It's just him. You know. But I think at a certain time you gotta like learn.
Put on a show.
Essentially you also gotta learn to manage it in your own mental, because at a certain point you'll burn yourself out if you don't learn how to be able to turn it off sometimes.
I think David Dobrik is kind of surprising. I don't think that's really someone you want to collaborate with.
Yeah, I don't got nothing against him. I just think he's done some stupid shit. Like
the thing is, what does Speed need from David Dobrik?
Nothing. I think it's just. I think it's the PR thing. I think it's a PR thing, because
that's what I'm saying.
If there's one thing, if there's one thing David Dobrik knows how to do, it's PR. There's one thing that he does know how to do.
Like, I wouldn't want to put my name on something with David Dobrik. Jeff Wittick, Team Jeff Wittick.
Why? What happened with that? I missed. I don't really follow David.
Remember how Jeff Wittick fucked up his eye on the excavator on the big?
Oh yeah, when he smacked into it. Yeah.
David was fucking controlling it, and he like went way too hard on it.
Yeah,
he like swung the fuck out of him.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know that that's what everybody hates him for. I didn't know if it was on purpose or. If
and
it was,
I think that, like Jeff didn't want to let go because he didn't want to like mistime it and go back into the
crane
excavator or And I don't know. I think the water was not like super.
Nah,
deep. It wasn't super deep because the excavator.
Yeah, the excavator was sitting in it. Which excavator wheels are pretty big, but
yeah. Still, I mean, it can't be more than like 5 feet of water.
And I know Jeff Wittick is at least 5 something. Like,
either
way, even if it was deep enough, smacking into water after swinging around that fast does not feel good. If you ever gone on fucking water tubing and you fly out of those things, sometimes it don't feel too hot when you hit the ground. When you hit the water.
Jeff has gotten like multiple eye surgeries. He got one like a few months ago.
That's sad.
That situation, and I just like Jeff more than David Dobrik.
I mean, like I said, I don't got nothing against David Dobrik. I don't know him personally. The only thing I know is that he's from the area, so I can't really say anything other than that.
I just know people were obsessed with him in high school.
Yeah, well, I mean that's because he was from the area. It's from the area. But again, going back to money and people being greedy with shit. Obviously, we saw what happened with Adidas this past few months and them leaving Kanye and getting him out of his contract. If you saw yesterday, or no, maybe 2 days ago, it might have been yesterday or 2 days ago. Depending on the time you guys see this, it'll be a while ago, obviously. Kanye did a secret release for the Yeezy Season 10. And this also keeps us on the topic of giveaways. During his Yeezy Season 10 release, he did this unofficially, under the radar, didn't announce it on any social medias. They put up like one post on like an alternate account, like a burner. And it was, the funny thing is, he did it on Melrose Ave in LA, down the street from an Adidas flagship store. Like a few doors down. Here's That's the Adidas, awesome. And then a couple doors down, here's Kanye doing his Yeezy Season 10 release, and everybody that was there got a free like shirt that they're working on, like their new designs for their shirts and stuff. He gave everyone the shirts, cool. Which was kind of cool. Obviously, it was just like a plain white tee, but it had this really weird design to it. It was like this really weird, like slimmed out. I'll throw a pop up of it.
Note to self: if we ever start like get too famous and start spewing some anti-Semitic shit, all we have to do is just go throw out some free shirts like a few months later, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. But
that's the formula, guys.
Mental note.
Get really rich and famous, say some fuck shit, throw out some T-shirts, repeat.
Yeah, keeping your brand on the rise is all you got to do. Speaking of keeping brands on the rise, or keeping yourself afloat, Xbox is one of their social media, or not social media, one of their bigger names and executives came out and said essentially that they're admitting to losing the console battle. Essentially,
they're waving the white flag.
So unfortunately for all those people who love Xbox, we don't hate on any consoles here. We both play on PC and PlayStation and all the in between, and Switch or whatever, Steam Deck, whatever you got. Unfortunately, Xbox has officially succumbed to Nintendo and PlayStation.
Yeah, they're kind of like
they're throwing in the towel. They're not throwing in the towel as in like stopping making consoles, but throwing in the towel as trying to be in the battle. You know?
Yeah, they're kind of. I feel like we could possibly see this be the last console they make.
Yeah, we were talking about this
I was
before,
saying
too.
earlier, what I think they should do is they should start making some like budget pre-built PCs.
Yeah, we've agreed on this one before,
They
too.
could even keep the Xbox branding and call it Xbox and just have it be a PC.
Yeah.
It's just called like an Xbox PC, like pretty much,
Yeah,
with the logo on and everything.
Xbox
Keep the
Series P.
Keep the
Series C
iconic
for computer.
Keep the iconic branding, and just make it a
Same
price,
a customizable PC.
and make it a PC.
Yeah, and make them customizable because that'll bring customers back.
Mm-hmm.
Release graphics cards on your website. Fair price them. People will come. People will come there.
Let the people make their own. That would introduce more people to PC.
You already have your marketplace
more
on there.
affordable. You make it be as powerful as the consoles.
Yeah, Game Pass is already on there. You
Yeah.
already have a marketplace on there. 90% of your games are already on PC anyway. You're not losing anything besides paying for more hardware.
Also, what this would do is this would drive more developers to make PC ports in general, or like we were saying with Jedi Survivor earlier, just better PC ports.
Yes, indeed. I think the big thing for that, and like I said, we talked about this before. Joe mentioned it as well. The way that the console buying has gone in the past few years, just in general across the board. This is not like a random just trying to jab at anyone. PlayStation and Nintendo have, especially PlayStation, has sold. At this point now, it's official. They've sold, I think, like 1 billion consoles in total. The PlayStation 2 is the highest selling console of all time, and that was years ago.
Yeah.
To this day, no one has gotten close to it. Even with better graphics, better games, better everything, Papa John's. No, but across the board, they've always outsold everyone. And Xbox has been on a decrease over the last few years, especially. It's been coming out that their numbers are falling tragically, which is, it's sad to say. But as far as console exclusives goes, Xbox has fallen off. You mentioned earlier, Gears of War died. Halo was a flop for multiplayer this year. The campaign was good, according to you. I didn't play it.
I think if they released Halo Infinite in its current state,
it would be good. Oh, yeah.
And updated it from there, they'd still be playing it. But
Yeah.
like even me, like I stopped playing. I feel like even now, like I don't really have much motivation to play it because it's been so long.
There's nothing to go back to.
I think they could have just delayed it again, which is as stupid as it sounded at the time.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it might have been a better move to just delay it again, release it how it is now with Forge.
Yeah.
Forge should have been on release.
Yeah.
And just more content.
I think the sad thing that's come to our realization as gamers and just people watching media forums come together, a lot of the names, the big titles from our childhood or early teens or young 20s, which we're still in, have all fallen off. Call of Duty, dog shit. Halo, gone. Battlefield, absolutely abysmal performance.
It seems with like all forms of entertainment now, I feel like everything gets so oversaturated in terms of just quantity over quality now.
Yes, indeed.
That we get like, even whether it be games, whether it be music, TV, movies, we're expecting shit. We're like, it could be like the biggest developer.
Yeah.
It could be the biggest director.
Now we're expecting shit.
It could be the best rapper, the best singer, and it seems like a lot of the time I find myself waiting for an album and keeping my expectations low.
Yeah.
Whereas like back in the day, I'd be pre-ordering. Let's go.
Dude,
let's buy this.
I was the kid that would I would have my mom drive me to release the midnight releases. Like, Ma, we gotta go.
I would go pre-order it like months in advance. Like as soon as the pre-order opened.
I still stand on this. I'm sure you would agree with this. When the Xbox One and the PS4 came out, I can't tell you the amount of excitement I had every day sitting there. We're one day closer. One day closer. Let's go.
Yeah.
One day closer. Oh my God, these games are gonna be so good. PS5, Xbox Series S come out. I'm like, it's cool.
I'll wait till it goes down.
Yeah, I'll wait. I can wait for that game. I have bought so many more games on PC just that were like months
Random
old,
indie games,
and not even because I want to be that guy who's just dip. No, the good games are all shit. So by the time I even get to going to buy it,
AAA games are all shit.
yeah, like we had Cyberpunk. Don't even get me started on that release. We had Battlefield 2042. That game was dog shit on release. The last few Call of Duties, it's been horrible. Like all the big companies are just releasing absolute dog shit products.
And we're like expecting it.
Yeah, at this point, it's become common to release bad content.
It's
and
like,
then
if this game is okay, then that's great.
Yeah,
like
if a game is playable in the first week, you're like, holy, I can get 90 frames a second. I'm not lagging. I can play online. There's game modes. Oh my God!
And like they're relying on name for Sony games. Like Call of Duty right now. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you like the current Call of Duty. It
You
is
can't-
getting carried because it's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because of the name.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's why they fucking rebooted Modern Warfare, and they have Modern Warfare 2 now. It was kind of a smart move on their part. Because
I think I think Call of Duty's biggest downfall was Warzone. As much as it is successful, look at how bad the rest of the game has been. Aside from the campaigns, look at how bad the rest of the game has been ever since Warzone came out.
Yeah, and
It's been absolute piss.
And they made it like movement game, you know.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
think
never how-
and as much as we love, battle royales and Fortnite and everything, I think Fortnite has put such a high platform for game standard as far as battle royales go that nobody realizes how hard it really is and how much work really goes into that game.
Yeah, people don't realize how good Fortnite still is.
Like at this point, just stop trying to copy them.
Yeah.
Like just stop trying to redo battle royales.
And everyone wants like the thing I give Fortnite credit for is they're trying new shit.
Yeah,
They'll have a
all the
shitty
time.
season sometimes,
All the time,
but it's
yeah.
like okay, then they'll come out with a fucking banger season.
Yeah, they bounce back every time.
Like right now, this Star Wars shit they have out right now is fucking awesome. The
Yeah.
skins are awesome,
Dude, every time they have a
They
collab,
revamped. You know, the lightsabers like sucked.
yeah, they kind of suck. They're
They put
crazy
They put
now.
them with force abilities now.
yeah. If you do the
So
little
you could,
Obi-Wan
like, pick up a
teleport,
bunch of rocks and fucking throw them at people.
yeah,
like,
you could knock down buildings with that shit.
yeah.
Just boom, and
You can pull people towards you.
Yeah.
Like, I pulled a guy and just pulled out the shotgun and just
yeah,
fucking.
it's actually pretty impressive how, mind you, Fortnite came out originally came out years ago, like before we even all got to it. It was just Save the World, and it was just some shitty little game that they tested out and people didn't really fuck with it at first. Reworked it, came back at another E3, and then they released Battle Royale in late 2017, early 2018, and here we are, 5-6 years later, and everyone's still crazy about it.
Yeah.
It's so impressive to me that they have flipped games on their head more and more. Even the skate game coming out, more and more games are becoming free to play and having battle passes or some form of grind, whatever it is in their game. But I think some games just need to realize it's not your path. I would be way happier for Call of Duty specifically, or a few other games that had this method originally. I would be much happier paying the flat rate. What is it, 70 or 69 now? $70, $70, and then paying for a season pass on top of that to have to wait for the content to come out versus having a free to play whatever spin-off title and then still having those items come out but quicker and less quality. Like I could remember going back like Black Ops 2 for example, great game. Same with Black Ops 3, still a season pass, but you would wait a few months.
Every DLC was awesome.
And you wait a few months. Holy 5 more zombies maps. Holy shit. Look at these multiplayer maps.
It
Whoa.
kept it fresh.
Yeah, because it wasn't all shoved in your face right at the beginning, and then you leak a couple, here's a messy skin.
It was a variety of such good variety of
Yeah,
maps. I feel like
yeah.
Modern Warfare, every map is like go in this fucking half destroyed building that got blown up 30 times.
Yeah, and you got a chance at winning.
Yeah.
Like,
And with 1,000 corners in it, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I miss like the classic like
3 lanes.
and like the different parts of the map felt like different parts of the map.
Yeah, like there was one on, I think it was Black Ops 3 where it was one was like a jungle, the middle was like a city, and the other side was like snow. I don't know I think that was Black Ops 3. It might have been Black Ops 2. But it was on both sides, it worked equally as well.
I mean, you look at like some of the good maps. Like Nuketown's kind of like one lane. It's not really.
Yeah, it's just run around and fuck around, but yeah.
Then you look like Jungle from Black Ops 1. Middle's like the big mountain.
Yeah, you got the little platforms
and
on
the
the
bridges
top.
and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a lot going on.
You got the
then you've
trenches
got
between.
the side with like the
little
house
huts
and
the-
like it's more covered. It's a little temple over there.
Yeah, yeah.
You got that shit going. Then you got the side with like the rice paddies over there, and it's
Yeah.
all open.
Yeah,
like
just fields.
in the back, there's like the couple houses
Couple
that
shacks,
you like go
yeah.
through.
Uh-huh.
It was like it felt like
There was something for everyone.
you know I'm not doing good on this lane. Let's switch over to this one.
Yeah, like there was always something for everyone, and you could always like counterbalance what you were doing. Like now, I think one of the really good games, and this might be a hot take. Some people might not agree, but one of the best games for like diverse maps was Advanced Warfare. There was so
Yeah.
much level, like the
That was a good game.
verticality and or like horizontal gameplay was crazy.
The one that was I don't know what countries. It might have been Italy, but it was like the houses that are like on the mountain. So it was really steep verticals going up, and it was all like the white houses and shit. The pools.
It was Greece.
Yeah,
It was
the
like
pool,
the
it had the big
the
pool,
pool house in the back where you could
Yeah.
walk in. Yeah, I know.
You
what
could
you're-
go in the water and go all the way.
Yeah,
in
there's the
back.
wall run on like
Yeah.
a little ledge on the like catwalk on the back where the pool
That
was.
was like
above
my
it.
favorite map for Search and Destroy.
That game was so good and gets so little love. It's unbelievable. I think
that's all I got.
I think the last thing we had was the AI for Snapchat. I think that was it. I mean, AI is getting crazy. I just saw something today.
I feel like we talked about AI the past 2 episodes.
Yeah, I got one that I'll throw it in really quick because little Alex, who was just here recently, shout out little Alex. He was here this past weekend. He sent me it on Instagram, and I was like, I actually got to talk about this for editing. This is my field. This is where I'm trying to get a job in still. Like, so if there's any YouTubers who want an editor, let me know, or anybody who's shooting videos, let me know. Granted, God willing, you see this. But yeah, there was a thing that he sent me on Instagram today. There is now a AI that knows how to cut up podcasts, like, or long form videos, like when there's multiple people talking. If that shit works good, we'll be uploading. People were complaining
3 times a week.
Yeah, people were complaining like, oh, it's gonna take jobs away from editors. Like, editing is not just cutting up a video. There's a lot more that goes into it. There's a lot more steps than just, oh yeah, you could cut a video.
I mean, think about if it does all the camera cuts for you. Now you could put in a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You could take that time and put in so much other shit.
I don't have anything against people doing the CapCut edits. I don't have anything against people doing, the little small edits. But there's a very big difference between being like a full-in editor and being somebody who could just make a couple quick cuts. Like, I respect both sides of it because there's some creativity to both sides. There's some craft to both sides. The thing about this AI thing is, for a podcast, especially like this, where we're shooting for about an hour and the videos, it takes an hour to edit, or hours to edit, I should say, because of the cuts. You have to figure out where people start talking, where people make little comments like, yeah, agreeing with something. This AI can recognize all of those. I watched this video in real time. This guy pressed go. It was like 5 minutes and the shit was done.
How do we use this?
It's free. I'm about to look it up when I go home. I'm gonna try it out on this one if I can.
If this works well, you might see
some more episodes.
we might finally get to that weekly. Well, we might do twice a week.
This is like, if this works how it says, I might test this out and see what happens. But nonetheless, people were saying it's gonna take jobs away. No. Like I said, editing has a lot more layers.
Is it like a plugin for Premiere?
Yeah,
or something?
It's like just a plugin and it just starts cutting the shit.
That's insane.
So, like I said, editing has a lot more levels to things than just cutting something. That's step one. Now there's all the effects, leveling, everything, layering, color correction, everything.
All that AI is going to do is just cut a bunch of time out of it. It's
going to take so much time out of it, which for some people can, if they're getting paid for how long they do something, it can kind of fuck it up, but it can also...
Most editing jobs are commission though, aren't they?
Sometimes. Some people, if they're at an actual company, it can be by the hour. But again, even if it's by the hour, now you can crank out 5 projects a week. Boom. Oh, I don't got to cut it up anymore. Go ahead. Send me 5 podcasts. I'll have you one day a week. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Now I just got to color correct and we're good? Cool. That's it. All right. We're good. So I think it can be helpful. I think this is a good step for editing. I don't think it's going to take anybody's job because it's still a very manual process. You really have to pay attention to a lot of stuff. So I think this is just finally something that can help a lot of people. It'll give a lot of people, more access to be able to get shit out faster. It'll cut people's turnaround times if they need to be quick, like for like news stations, people who edit for like news companies and shit like that, or the sports page. Shout out to the sports guys. This will help you guys out. When you need to cut something up fast like that and get it out the door by the same day or even the next day,
within an hour.
This will make it really easy for them.
Pop your AI plugin into Premiere and fucking
get to work.
Shit up.
So yeah, I think that's all we got. Do you have anything else you want to go into?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
All right, cool. Episode 21. Can you do something for me? Is now a wrap.
Do something for me and hit the subscribe and the like button.
Yeah, facts.
Leave a
Follow, comment, subscribe, share the video. Shout out to everybody who's coming back as always. Again, shout out to everybody who's new. We will see you guys in the next episode. Again, we're working on getting this event sorted out. We're gonna make a call to this building that we want to use, an event space that we want to use. We've kind of settled on what it's gonna be, when it's gonna be, possibly in the next week. By the time you see this, it'll be within the few days of that. But we're gonna make a post about it. You guys will see that, and we will, hopefully see a lot of you there. We might push it back so that people who see this episode can be informed about it. And yeah, like I said, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Again, go follow the sports page, FXNR Sports on YouTube and Instagram. Follow this page, FXNER on Instagram. TikTok is FXNER_fam. And then obviously you're already here. Also go check out the Spotify. We're going to start showing more love to that. Obviously we need to get on there more. There's people who are there. So if you are here on Spotify and you hear this, shout out to you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Yeah.